it's important when we look at diversity to look beyond what we may traditionally think of in diversity, beyond race, beyond cultural. Not that those are not important, because they are, but there's a lot of other groups out there that are considered diverse and not part of what we confront every day, and that one of those populations are those with disabilities.
Got to know Chrissy here at Ball and Wallet, and from a personal level, I've known Chrissy about 2.5 years, but I was away for a year on sabbatical at home in Ireland. But since I've come back, I've kind of got to know her more on a more personal level, and I think she has very high expectations for herself. She's just like any other college student, and if I was to try and describe her, I think the best story I can say that will describe Chrissy was we had a guest speaker on here, Kyle Maynard, and Kyle Maynard is a quadriplegic, and he wrestled for his high school, and he's spoken all over the world, and so I invited Chrissy along to his speech that night, and we went to it, and she got to meet him personally, and that was great, and I did too because of her, because she's such a VIP. And my class all said, oh wow, he was amazing, he's done some amazing things, which he has. I mean, he really, really has. Climbing Kilimanjaro is no easy feat, but when I asked Chrissy, she made a very good observation. She said she finds it strange that it took him till junior high to be able to dress himself. I think that just describes her and the challenges that she has faced. We were all looking at Kyle saying, oh wow, but for Chrissy, she's faced the challenges he has, and even maybe more because of the extent of her injuries. So I think for me that just describes the type of person that she is. She's very resilient, very determined, has a great sense of humour, and is witty. And I can say witty. Coming from Ireland, I can say she is witty and has the best sense of humour I'd probably have met in an American.
Holy Moses, lead me home, hold me close, don't let me go. In my mind I've lost my way, in your arms I long to stay. Shelter me from the rain under your wing. I'm home again. Save me once, come save again. Show me the way, show me the way, and my sweet consolation is to have you lay me down with no words of hesitation. Keep my feet on the ground. Here I am, my white sail raised, my anchor drawn above the waves. Take the wheel, you guide the way, my dawn will come, but not today.
You know, we would just do these dressings and you'd have to take off the old to put back before you put the new on. I just remember the blood, just the stumps dripping, and you could see the blood falling and dripping. And we often questioned ourselves, why are we torturing this poor girl? But it was for a reason.
She would go for daily dressing changes on the spray table.
For future and for healing and
that's
for
where
the
you
use of
would get your
prosthetics. And
very
she was going to use those. We
giving
didn't
them
know what one day the future would bring. So we continued to do on the ventilator or still trached. Yeah. Us nurses struggled. It was hard. But you could still hear her crying around it or screaming around it.
I mean, because a lot of time, for such a period of time, she would burn so bad.
So bringing patients down here to the treatment room, you can have 2 or 3 nurses working anywhere from 1 to 3 hours to get a dressing done on a patient, with removing old dressings, cleaning a patient from head to toe, cleaning and debriding wounds, getting them wrapped back up, warming them, keeping them stable, and getting back to their rooms is quite a long process. And it's non-stop work from the time you bring the patient down here until you get them back to their room, and it literally can take several people hours just making sure that
everything was in direction for you as we were doing what she physically for you.
Then they put that on the burned areas.
This room is kept really hot. It's one of our resuscitation rooms and also used for presentation.
Areas would be harvested for donor sites. So then once those donor sites, and those donor sites would become a burn area that would treat just like a burn. And then once that healed, then they would be harvested, so then we take off that skin again.
And it happen all kinds of bad things when patients get cold and then you get them warmed back up. So we keep the rooms hot like this, and we do dressings, and we hope to keep patients nice and warm and stable while we're doing it.
I'll walk beside you through the world today, while dreams and songs and flowers bless your way. I'll look into your eyes and hold your hand. I'll walk beside you through the golden land. I'll walk beside you through the world tonight, beneath the starry skies ablaze with light. Within your soul, love's tender words I'll hide. I'll walk beside you through the eventide. I'll walk beside you through the passing years.
I donated some lessons to a program for a fundraiser, and I received an email from Chrissy saying that she'd love to come out and use this lesson donation to learn how to ride horses. We set up a date, and I hadn't met Chrissy yet in person, so I didn't know anything about her life story. I try to help her to realize that she can ride horses and that she can handle these large, magnificent animals. Everything has been very easy to adapt for her, and she's actually done a lot of the adapting all by herself. I didn't have to do much to get her up and in the saddle, to prepare the horse, to groom the horse. Many of these things she can do for herself. Sometimes she'll need my assistance, but many times she feels very comfortable and confident getting the horse ready to ride. On Fridays, Chrissy is now one of my feed crew assistants, and she comes out and helps me care and feed 32 horses. I've been enjoying her drive, Chrissy's motivation and her inner ambition, and her lack of fear, really, and her true passion now for horses and enjoying the riding.
And it was just unbelievable that she could have this outlook. And I read it one day and I thought, wow, I'm like, people in this world need to get a grip. When someone that has been through so much, be happy, not because everything is good, but because you can see the good side of everything.
'Twas the wildflowers I preferred,
nothing to nobody, but blossomed in the ditches and made their own way in the world. 'Twas the wildflowers I admired, who never done nothing to you, but driven from the garden, sang their own songs in the spring. You can have your lily, you can have your rose, that were taken and broken and bred by men. They were grafted and lamed, twisted and tamed, but the wildflowers I enjoyed, they had nothing to do with you. They flowered by the roadside and wore their own colors in the sun.
We laughed a lot. What did we laugh at?
Everything.
Like?
They were there before you, they'll be there after you. That will out, like your own true nature. You can try, that you never will defeat. The wildflowers I enjoyed, they had nothing to do with you. Vanished from the garden, they made their own way in the world, sang their own songs in the spring, and wore their own colors in the sun.